clip is an appropriate start to this video as we're taking a look at my top 10 TikToks of 2020. Should be like a fun 10-minute magic show. And like most shows, we're going to start with a flashy trick. In fact, the name of this trick is Flash Rice. This is my variant of a Homer Liwag trick. It was the first video I posted on TikTok June 7th of 2020, and it garnered hundreds of thousands of views right away. So my interest was sparked immediately. And that's the prologue to this experience. Without further ado, here is Flash Rice. The number 9 spot's covered by a classic trick, the linking rings. This is a short routine that's been in my repertoire since the early 90s when I learned this as a demonstration for the Magic Masters magic shop chain. It served me well for many moons, and it served me well on TikTok. Here's my short form version of the linking rings. All right, for your entertainment pleasure, the classic mystery of the silver rings. It's an illusion of solid through solid. Doesn't mean a lot in the days of technology. It took me a while to learn, so I have to show it to someone. Here we go. It looks like they link when you tap the rings together. It's an optical illusion best viewed from the front. See, they're not really linked, but when you tap the rings just the right way, it looks like they are. And that looks pretty good. They're not linked, but it looks good. Once you know that, you can do all kinds of things. Here's one more. I hope you liked that. If you did, hey, drop a like, drop a follow for more magic. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you around. Coming in at number 8, my version of the invisible palm. This is based on a Chris Kenner idea, and I added some special sauce that I think will fool even the most astute observer. Give it a peep, see what you think. The Tricked Out Traveler. In this clip, I'll demonstrate one of the card cheat's most devious devices. To do that, I use the Ace of Diamonds to represent my poker hand. The goal to secretly acquire the other 3 aces one at a time, and to do that, I use the invisible gambler's palm. So it's here, you just can't see it until I need it. Right here, and that's the Ace of Hearts. If you missed that one, hang on, the fun's just begun. We'll do it again, twice. The Ace of Clubs, I'll attempt the invisible palm table placement. What? So now it's, yep, right there, until I need it here, and bing bada boom, there it is, the Ace of Clubs. So what's that? 2 out of 3, the hearts, the diamonds, that leaves 1 to go. The Ace of Spades we do under test conditions, buried upside down, dead center in the pack. Extracting the card from the depths, the invisible table palm placement, which means it's not here. It's here, and when I need it back, yep, comes right there. That's the Ace of Spades, that's the Ace of Clubs, that's the diamonds, that's the hearts, and that's the invisible palm. Continuing with the card tricks, number 7 is my plastic surgery routine. This is a 3-card Monte variant that ends with Don England's wonderful plastic lady. With nods to Ed Marlowe and Martin Lewis, here is plastic surgery. All right, in this clip, we'll look at an old Conn game, a game of hanky-poo. The black's for me, the red's for you, and hey diddle diddle, she's the one in the middle. So you know the scam, it's the game you can't win, the 3-card Monte. Bet where the queen is and lose. Not on the bottom, maybe in the middle. Take the sure bet of the top, and that's a sure loser every time. Because it's not on the top, and it's not on the bottom, and it's not in the middle. It's just not. Not until the dealer needs it, then boink, it comes right back. Now this can be done with blinding speed. Watch the queen as it jumps back to my hand. Yeah, that's a 9. See, it just looks like I put the queen on the table, but it's really over here. And that's easy to do when you understand I have an adjustable queen. Dig it, just a little tug. And a card like this is easier to manipulate. Or squeeze it on the ends, and yep, it gets wider on the sides, and that works too, but that's not the best way to cheat. Nope. The best way to cheat is to get a queen that's just a little bit smaller, yeah, a little bit smaller than the 9s, and that's the real secret to the 3-card Monte. Shh. One of my more popular clips was a live video I shot in October of 2020, Halloween week. It's one of the few times this year I got to do some performing live. The COVID restrictions were low, and I got out and took that chance and was happy to record some footage for posterity. So here I am in Jackson Square in the French Quarter, New Orleans, doing a little street performing. The bank shot off the bottom to the left looks something like this. From here to here, and then over to here. Some say, how does he do it? Others say, why? Some people don't notice I do anything at all. I'll show you how, but first let me do this one more time, and I'll endeavor to do it without touching the coins. So shadows only as the hands appear to float, and like a ghost through a castle wall, once again, follow the leader. That's number 3, that's number 4, and that's trick number 1. We'll let the stunned silence segue into a standing ovation.
That was amazing!
Thank you, both of you. All right, now the obligatory card trick. Do you play cards? Video number 5 was an unexpected hit at 300,000 plus views. I filmed it almost as a throwaway. It's a version of cutting the aces. I suppose people are intrigued with the idea of cheating a card game. And with the idea of learning this in mind, interested students will be happy to know there's a tutorial for this in my featured playlist on my main page. So check that out if that's your jam. But for now, enjoy this performance of ironing the aces. When you study card mechanics, one of the first things you'll learn is how to track the high cards. So maybe you can cut to an ace. With your kind attention, I'll endeavor to do that right now. I do so with an understanding that demonstrations of this nature can be somewhat tedious. So in an effort to be somewhat more adventurous, we'll attempt to do the next 2 at once and without looking. That's 2 down, that leaves 1 to go. We'll make the last one under test conditions. One-handed, we'll use the lefty. 26 from the top, 25 from the bottom. That's the math, and that's the ace of spades. And that's that. Number 4 is one of my all-time favorite pieces of card magic. Once again, I'll mention Chris Kinner as the inspiration. His wonderful trick, Paint by Numbers, from the outstanding book, Out of Control, provided the inspiration for Flush Brush. I offer it for your entertainment pleasure. So when I do these card tricks, I like to think of it as a form of art. When most people think of the word art, card magic is not the first thing that comes to mind. You might think of a painter or a sculptor. Well, if I were a painter, this is how I would mix the palette, shuffling reds and blacks into one another, face up and face down, until the palette is mixed. Yep. Every artist also needs a tool with which to work. I'll be using the pack itself. We'll craft it into an impromptu pasteboard paintbrush. And the pad will be the canvas upon which I create the piece. And for you, a little magic art. Aces sounds good. Let's spice this up just a little. Le Royale and spades, that's hearts, that's clubs, that's diamonds, and that's magic art. Okay, coming down the home stretch, we'll take a look at my cups and balls routine. This is the first viral video I actually had at over 1 million views. It's based on David Williamson's Gold Cups routine and uses some ideas from Jay Sankey. My Cups Runneth Over from Sankey Panky. If you have that book, check it out. Without further ado, here it is, Cups and Balls in a minute. In this clip, we're going to look at one of the oldest tricks in the book, the legendary cup ball mystery. Simple trick, you just keep one eye on the balls, keep one eye on the stick, keep one eye on the cups. If you're missing the third eye, you can just share with a neighbor. I should mention the trapdoors. In the top of the cups, they allow me to sneak the ball right through the little trap doors. Here's the thing. It's a lot to watch. The cups and the balls, the stick. I talk a lot. Some of you may be drinking. I'm going to get rid of the balls. We won't use those at all. I won't use the stick, and heck, I'll even get rid of the extra 2 balls. If you like that, hopefully you'll like this. It's a like. And if you like that, maybe you'll really like this. If you didn't care for that, maybe you'll love this. What? Subliminal. Like, follow, share. All right, the trick in the number 2 spot was filmed as a follow-up to the number 1 video. This is a handling of the cut and restored rope. This is basically Bruce Servan's offering from his wonderful book, Ultra Servan. And I did expect to do this well, and boy it is. As I go to print here, we have nearly 2 million views on YouTube. We're nearing 1 million on TikTok, and by this time next year, I expect the cut and restored rope will be my most popular video. I offer it for your entertainment now, the cut and restored rope. All right, let's do this again, but take note, it's not string cheese, there's no magnets, and the scissors are real. Everything is real except me. Oh, my bad. the rope has to be the same size. Let me start over here. Let me use method B. This is preferred. You even the ends at the bottom and get the loop in the center and just give it that's a little bit. Let me just trim a little there. That's still off. Just I'm going to use Bruce Servan's method. Yeah, Bruce Servan's method is preferred. That's evening the ends at the top, taking the direct center, and that's where you give it a hat. So right in the middle. From there, it's just a simple mystic. Okay, that's close enough. It's just a mystic incantation. Hoodoo, voodoo, chicken doo-doo. You have to say that or the trick don't work. But you say it just right. One piece. One piece. Wait for it. Wait for it. Ah, oh, now he's good. Hey, applause cue. This is where you like, follow, and share. Thank you. All right, so my most popular clip came as a complete surprise. It'd been a weekend I was without power. It was during a hurricane. It was that Halloween weekend I mentioned earlier. Been 3 days without power. I come home, the energy's finally on. I decide to upload a TikTok just to get something up. It'd been a few days. And off the cuff, I filmed my rope routine, which I use as kind of a B-spot, middle material. But boy, on TikTok, it blew right up. It's over 2.5 million views here and popular on YouTube and Reddit and other places. So with open thanks to Daryl, Tabaree, and the man who started it all, George Sands, with his sensational rope routine. For your consideration, here's the viral rope trick. Okay, so it's come to my attention, the Society of American Magicians recently requested all social media magi, that's me, exhibit some competence with the legendary cut and restored rope mystery. Never a fan of sharp objects around these fingers, so I'll just be pretending. Everyone knows you can't cut rope with fingers, but if you just pretend with me, we'll get through this together. Ideally, these ropes are the same size. Hold on. Let me start over. I'll use method B. Method B, evening the ends at the top, end A and then B. End number C, I keep in the third quadrant. That goes next to the first two. Then number 4 is in the bottom of the middle. That's over here. That goes up with the other 3. Then you take the big loop. You could double that. Yep, that makes it look like 2 ropes exactly the same size. And that's where you want to be, so when the rope goes back to 1, it looks like the legendary cut and restored rope mystery. Is there any questions? And there you have it, my top 10 TikTok/short form videos of 2020. It's been an interesting, fun 6-7 months, and I feel like I'm just warming up. I've got big plans for 2021. We'll be focusing a lot more on YouTube, including their YouTube Short platform. I plan to stay active on TikTok and Instagram Reels and so on. So be sure to like, follow, subscribe, hit all those buttons so you can stay tuned, and I'll see you around the interwebs. Ciao for now.